All right. Time. I guess I can make this softer somehow. Or I could probably just turn the volume off because we're just going to be talking. And bring that up. And then back here, music. Boop. All right. For whoever's going to watch this, what's going on, everyone? Welcome to the AFG VGC Season 2 Playoff Power Rankings, post-regular season. All the matches have been played, the playoffs are set, and so we're going to talk about it. Just, I guess, me by myself today. No one else is in VC. That's all right. We will just go with the flow. All right. I'm going to keep, so the first 3 deals you're going to see is the pre-playoff power rankings, like preseason power rankings. But I have the results of the regular season on there, so you can kind of see how I did compared to how they did. All right. Spot on. The best team, number 1 ranked team, the Vegas Corviknights, under the coaching of Zodiac, Little Zod, 6-1 with a plus 14 differential. Right behind number 2, the plus Ultra Palafins and Dankest Dad, coming in with a 6-1 plus 12 record. I had number 3, Exodus. Oh, and we have Lunar jumping in. I don't know if Lunar's going to talk, but Lunar may talk.
What's up?
Lunar's going to talk. We just started. Oh, I can share screens. That would be useful so you know what I'm talking about.
What are you talking about?
We're talking about the results of the regular season. We just talked about
VGC?
Yep, a VGC.
Oh shit! I don't know nothing about VGC, but I'll look.
We got
Oh, Lil Zon number 1.
Lil Zod.
I know that's right.
That was a very good pick, number 1. This is set up right now as pre the season. I put them in a list, and then it's with their current results. We also have a Zydog in here.
Okay, so Exilus was seeded 4, but right now he's in 3rd actually.
Yeah, that's how the pre-season went, and some surprises. So, of course, Nami not making the playoffs for the first time ever, losing a very, very tight game with Chef. The very last game of the season, I had Nami ranked 4th, which, like, Nami was probably the 3rd best team, but also...
You spelled Georgia wrong, or is it just like that?
It's just like that.
Okay.
I copy and paste. And unfortunately, Nami was in the same division as Zodiac.
Ooh, not good.
Yeah, that makes things not great. Rice Boy, Shadow Why Not Money Gang, coming in 5th, staying in 5th. Very respectable record. Only dropping one match to...
Wow.
Who we
This is 2 though, right there.
Yeah. I do. So this is like each round. So 2 rounds, 1 match, because there's 2 rounds per VGC.
Oh, I see. Right.
Make it a little bit nicer to read rather than just a 2-0, 1-1, whatever the smaller record.
That makes sense, yeah.
Because some people played a lot more games, such as Fant, who I had ranked 6 at the start of the season, ending with a 4-5, -5 record. Good to see Fant back, and Fant played really... It was like, most of Fant's games were really close, so it was really cool watching the matches.
Surprised, Fant, up and coming player. First toes dipped into VGC.
Yeah.
I was already 6? That's pretty good.
I was very impressed. All right. Moving on to the second set, coming in from the regular season, or I guess pre-season. The big surprise, so originally Jackson was going to play in the Jirachi West Coast Wishmakers. in comes Wally. Wally makes the playoffs and beats Rice, and like, yeah, Wally balled out. 6-1 record.
Wow.
Wally did a very good job. Some also other surprises. No surprise that Kraken sneaking into the playoffs in the 8th seed. And then incredible in his first VGC experience, making the playoffs as well. That was the same division that Dankestad was in, which was the same division I was in. And unfortunately, Ceres for Elisa Love Club had to drop and forfeit some games, and that's why a 0-6 record. Kata can't make that excuse. Kata just lost his games.
Tragic.
Very tragic. For as good as a team as Kata had, very tragic. Then the last 4, Chef, again, upsetting Nami to sneak into the playoffs, ending Nami's, I think Nami said 19 season playoff streak, which is crazy to think about, but I guess if you're going to lose it, you lose it in the off season of a VGC tournament where you're stuck in a division with Zodiac. Azalea.
Makes sense.
The one of the few with a positive, like a losing record, but a positive differential. And then I always put myself dead last because it's my power rankings. I can do that.
Nice. That's about right, I guess.
And so
for being humble and chaste.
We get to see now what it looks like post the regular season, with the changes and yellow for the playoff teams. I was very happy. I got 5 of 8 in the playoffs. I chose my top 8 were 5 of those 8 were in the playoffs. And there's some surprises. Like, I mean, to be fair, also, if Chef doesn't beat Nami's in the playoffs. That's 6 of 8. Chef had a really good match with that. Wally coming in and just cleaning house explains the +5. No surprise for like Zodiac or Dankestad or Rice making it. Then these very close, but unfortunately barely missing out. Shout out to Trico, Septile Slicers. Had a really good showing. First, I think that was Trico's first VGC as well. Almost snuck into the playoffs. One more win, I think. Well, I guess if, Wally didn't go on a tear like Wally did, Trico could have easily made it. Azalea also really nice. Getting some, even like, I think Azalea's the only person to get a round win against Dankestad currently. Shout out to Azalea. And then the sad ones, Nami. That's probably the lowest Nami will ever be on a power rankings ever. But it happens. You can't stay on top of the mountain all the time. And then the bottom, Neji, also very close. That Neji's division, which was, I think, Neji, Fant, Kraken, and Exolius. It was very close between Kraken, Fant, and Neji for, the second person in that group to make it into the playoffs. And so, very close. Just very tight there. And then, of course, evidently I can't spell Columbus. Kata and Ceres. And then me at the bottom. But, I'm very excited to see what the playoffs look like. Some surprises, and we'll have to some very heavyweight matchups. I am worried. I'm gunning for my boy Rice, but he has a very tough round one. He's up against Dinkestad and plus Ultra Palafin. I kind of think that's the best. That might be the best team. I'm definitely not recording the playoff predictions in 50 minutes, but I think his dad has a very good team. All right. I am going to cut the power rankings there, and then I will flip over and prepare for the next stream. Thanks, Lunar and Zydog, for coming and listening and giving some feedback.
Yeah, no problem.
And we'll be back in 49 minutes for some predictions, and then an hour after that, the first match of the VGC Season 2 playoffs has the number 2 seed plus Ultra Palafin take on Shadow Why Not Money Gang. We'll catch you then.